Otherwise, which member of parliament here can afford through his NGCDF to build classrooms, plaster them, put windows, put roof, put tiles in the classroom, cabros in the... Mr. Speaker, which member of parliament can afford to do that here? With a mere resources of 100 million shillings, Mr. Speaker, and advertise on Citizen Primetime News. Which member can do it? Can you raise up your hand if you can do that? None of the 349 members of this House, Mr. Speaker, can afford to do that. That can only be done by somebody who has access to bigger resources than any other member, Mr. Speaker.
Junet Mohamed, kuja hapa. Wakati Didinyoro alikuwa chairman wa budget, mulituambia kuwa anaiba pesa na ndio shule zake zilikuwa zinafanywa maendeleo na school fees ilikuwa 1000. Saa hii sio chairman, shule ni 500. Nataka mtuambie pesa zetu mnapelekanga wapi?
Ni kumoto manze. So guys, kwa hii video leo ndio tutajua the real definition of empty debates do make a lot of noise. After election, MP wangu aliingia mitini. So let's not talk about MP. Acha hata tuongele governor. Guys, the biggest achievement nimeona governor wangu akifanya ni kuwekea watu wa bodaboda shade hapo na kuweka picha yake guys. Hiyo ndo nimeona. Guys, moja kwa moja paka pale Kiaru constituency. Pale tunapata Didinyoro ndo anasimama kama MP guys. Despite other MPs complaining the money they are receiving for development ni kiasi, umse amepiga crazy achievements manze na kuacha wale MP wengine mdomo wazi. Guys, this is the real definition of what Kasongo cannot do, Didinyoro can do it. I'm going to prove you in this video.
Unajua lazima haiwezi kuwa free for now, kwa sababu hatuna pesa ya kutosha kufanya ikuwe free. We must be honest to ourselves. Kuna wakati tulisema itakuwa free, karibu university sifungwe, kwa sababu we couldn't afford.
And now, kitendawili imeteguliwa na MP wa Kiaru constituency, Didinyoro. So guys, tuone aliweza kuachivaje.
How do we do it and where do we get the money? Jeff, there is no enough money anywhere, but there is also no small money. It depends with what you do with it. When I was elected in my first term, we decided that if we continue doing the norm, we'll do nothing in terms of what is visible, given the expansiveness of Kiaru. So, what did we do? We took all the data of Kiaru infrastructure that is needed, and we decided we are going to be data-driven. Number two, we standardized. What do I mean? And I'm just talking fast breakdown. If you go to any classroom in Kiaru, it is almost identical. The door, the window, whatever we do is more or less identical.
Cut and paste.
Yes, standardization is very important. Then, the breaker is the method we use called labor-based. It's very intensive in terms of time. Very, very intensive. But we do labor-based. What is this and what is the difference? You take to school A, 1 million shillings in Kiaru. You take to school AX in another constituency, 1 million. Let's use 1 million. So this 1 million you take in another place, you give a contractor. Two things happen. After you launch as the MP and you leave the gate after shairis have been said for you by the students, makofi imepigwa na wazazi. By the time you leave the gate, you leave with 160,000 shillings. Do you know what that means?
Tell me.
In 1,160,000, you live in Kenya, you know what I mean?
Yes.
What?
It's ka-chink.
VAT. Because in every BQ of government, there is a remnant of VAT on the total sum. Then, number two, you give a contractor. By the time you leave the gate, remember a contractor is not an NGO. So, more give or take in Kenya, contractors get that % of the total. So that's 300,000.
1/3, yeah.
By the time you are leaving the gate, you have walked away with 460,000.
Yeah, almost 500,000.
Yes. So actually took to the school 540,000. So in Kiaru, what did we do? We trained our own people in my first term, 150 people on how to do tiling because we knew it would be a critical element of our work where we had deficiencies in skill. We also did professional painting of 150, normal people who do the works, and we taught them professional painting. Those are the two gaps we had realized. There was deficiency in terms of skill. So, we are able to do double work for the same money.
Gavana ameniuliza ya kwamba ili tuongeze chapati kwa dish ya Nairobi, ninunue machine. ya kutengeneza chapo na
Tulia nikuchanue, tulia guys. So unakumbuka ile program ya Dishi na County ya Governor Sakaja na Prezo wakiintroduce kutaka kupea watoto chapo, ile walikuwa wamepanga watanunua machine ya kutengeneza chapati. Guys, record nimebreakiwa pale Kiaru constituency na huyu governor Didinyoro. So apart from the schools kutengenezwa, watoto wamepromisiwa ku have a well good balanced diet. Guys, sitaongea mengi, ujisikilie wenyewe.
Where learners, not few, we have 12,000 day scholars in Kiharu across the 65 day secondary schools. The only school fees they pay is 500 shillings. And they eat in school from Monday to Saturday.
Every one of them.
And last Friday of the month, they eat chapati.
No.
And then we buy revision books for them. Like now we have done 10 million. In the previous years, we have done 20 cumulative. We have put in a kitty of 50 million for laboratories and other critical infrastructure to deepen knowledge. Because there is expansion of infrastructure, but there is also deepening of knowledge. Deepening of knowledge, you will need laboratories, libraries, and such. So there is the hard part of education, which you have to do. There is no two way about it, Jeff. Because it is needed, and you can't talk about now the soft part, which I will talk about, before you have the right infrastructure.
Right.
So our focus now is turning to the soft side, because we have done so much in the hard part. The soft part is what? After you build this infrastructure, can learners be maintained in school? That's the soft part. Having the learners now in school. That is why we started Kiharu Masomo Bora, 12,000 learners, 65 day secondary schools, covering everyone who goes to school there, including non-Kiharu residents. You get that?
Yeah.
And the primary basis of that program is Kiharu NGCDF.
Makofi kwa huyu jamaa. So guys, that has been my time. So support by subscribing. Alafu wawe mempengine wanashinda na kubeba tu matumbo, situwape nyaunyo.